the most important thing you can do is invest yourself in the work and be willing to take and use what is most appropriate in terms of the skill to get your idea across. Since I was a kid, I always loved art, but I also liked medicine as well. So actually, when I was in high school, I had an internship down at Receiving Hospital doing autopsies. That experience gave me a different perspective on the human body, about being us, and eventually that found its way into my work. What you see in terms of my paintings and my sculptures is not the way I was trained. Back in the 70s, you were pretty much discouraged from doing anything that was illusionist like I paint. You were also discouraged from doing anything with a figure. But I finally went in that direction, and it seemed like endless possibilities as opposed to dead end. So I went there. I'm making an illusion. It's just a magic trick. I want to see where I can take and use illusion to make metaphor, to use symbol to relate to different issues. The inspiration can come from any place. You take an idea and you run with it, and you develop it 1,000 different ways and explore wherever it will take you. If you have the guts to go to places that were, quote, forbidden, fine. It's not about starting in any specific way. So sometimes I might see something that sparks an idea and it goes in my sketchbook. I might work that and develop an idea. Then again, it might take 5 years before that idea, which I see in that sketchbook over and over and over, kind of coalesces with other things that I see, and it's suddenly, wow, these things go together. And they make a different thing than I wanted to say before, but it's unique. Ideally, what I like to do when working in series is take an idea, and I'm exploring different things that are relative to that, and trying to explore as many as I can and develop images from that. So they're all going to be different. The series that I'm working on now, which is the secrets. So I solicited secrets across the internet, and people sent me personal secrets. Everyone's secret is not unique. In fact, I had very few unique secrets. By using that secret, not as an illustration of what they sent, but talking about more internal feelings, developing an image based on that idea. Some of the secrets were more personal, less political. Some were more political, less personal. Some of the secrets were legal issues. But it was enlightening. The biggest secret that Americans keep right now seems to be suffering from depression and everything that goes with that. And so because of that, it became the largest painting that I was going to do in the series. And I wanted to take on that, being otherworldly and right in this world at the same time, because that is what we do. Depression is something you are right in this world, yet you can't take a point of view that keeps you in this world. There's another painting in the show that is someone who was in love with their best friend and couldn't tell them. And it was about sexuality and about choice and about also the hiding. And that internal struggle is what I tried to get on the canvas. And then there was a lot of people who were hiding sexual orientation, drugs and addictions to either food or different drugs and alcohol. There was lots of stuff for me to explore. Some of the people actually wrote again to tell me how cathartic it was that they've been holding this secret for 45 years and never told anyone, and that the experience of putting it down and sending it out released them in a way. The Carbon series started with a trip to the Middle East, and I was most impressed by this intersection of politics and religion and the carbon. The carbon was a part of all the decisions in religion, dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Us as human beings, we are carbon. In the Middle East, so much of what was going on was not just about religion, but the religions controlling other carbon issues, resource carbon issues, political carbon issues. And this intersection where all of this was coming together gave me a notion about this Carbon series, and then a series of paintings called Politics and Religion. And the two are integrated. So the carbon series was drawings, and everything I did was made out of carbon, about carbon. And the paintings were more about the political and the religious aspects of this carbon system. My process has always been starting from a blank sheet of paper. When you start with a drawing that has no direction, everything is possible. And I'll use the drawing, and I will make hundreds of drawings until one strikes me as making that agenda hit as much as possible, being as direct to what I want to say. And then when I start painting, it's still a moving target. And things are going to change when I start painting. And either for visual reasons or for content reasons, this is illusion. It's not real. It's just pixels on a page. And if you think about the pixelization of an image, this is how painters have always worked. Only instead of digital pixels, it's a brushstroke. So every brushstroke is a different color. And how illusionist you want this work to be is how often you change the pixels. I'm changing the pixels as much as I can. That experience, that illusion is important to me. It's not the focus, but it's how I want to get the idea across. And so if I want to paint a hand or an arm, it'll probably be 15 different colors. And I will start with those and then intermix and change those depending on how it goes. My paintings are not about paint. It was about what I wanted to say. You take an idea and you make an image, and I've been fortunate enough to have moved enough people that they will give me a platform, meaning shows, whether it's galleries or museums. When you get the work out there, people come and see the work. I'll get letters back saying, oh, this affected me, that affected me. I think that's the communication factor. That's that image transferring information from one person to another. You're trying to affect someone. You could go in a closet and make all your work and burn the closet down. You fulfilled only half of the issue of the arts. The arts is communication without the audience. You have not fulfilled all the mission.